I mean, fair. I mean, guys
You're
gotta
living life.
hunters gotta eat, you know.
Hell yeah. I was gonna just casually during the conversation, I was just gonna
Just gonna
slowly
whip out a
peel.
banana.
And then just slowly deep throat the banana.
SkojSkull regime confirmed.
Exactly.
SkojSkull is actually the furious Raja.
Instead of eating a cutie horn, he eats a banana.
Hey, there you go.
Mmm.
All right. So we got everything rocking and rolling. Everybody in my fucking Discord's gonna be like, "What the f- is Pip doing live this early?" I like the live stream. Oh, what the?
Okay.
Oh, that's one of my alarms. Like, yo, bitches.
Are you live streaming this?
Yeah, I typically because we do a talk like this after TwitchCon every year as well. I'll live stream it, but basically people know like, hey, this is just a recording. We're not really gonna be paying attention to y'all, so this is just so y'all can watch it first.
Okay.
Cool.
Alrighty then. So we're gonna start the recording now. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Pip Darty, leader of the Shield Wall. What's going on, my Vikings? We got SkojSkull and Mother Coconuts. I don't think I really need to introduce these guys, but I'm gonna give them a moment to introduce themselves. Gentlemen, how the hell are you guys today?
Doing
great,
fantastic, man.
Thank you for having me.
So you guys are probably wondering, what the hell is Pip doing another lazy ass podcast for? Well, good question. We just got back from Monster Hunter Festa. You guys will see it over yonder in the window playing up top. And we've got a slideshow reel of pretty much everybody's Twitter pics going up top of me. We're just going to kind of give a talk about what our experiences were in the Monster Hunter community at large, because for a lot of us on the East Coast, that was kind of a first time popping our cherry on the Monster Hunter community in person. So, just to kind of, break the ice, so to speak, what was everybody's first impressions before even getting there? Like, what did you think the event in general was going to be like? Wait, let's start with you.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Sorry?
Yeah, you.
What the experience was like, it was, oh my goodness, it was fantastic. The fact that all I wanted to do when I got there was like meet everyone. That's the pretty much the only thing I really wanted to do. But I got to compete in it, which was actually very interesting. Didn't practice, but had an absolute blast anyways. And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Nice.
Had a great time.
And you, Mogo?
Yeah, so the Festa in itself was, as we all already understand, was announced pretty abruptly and quickly. So the second I saw that, and I saw that on Twitter, and I was all in up on it, and then I was getting ready to go, I was very excited because I actually, unlike you guys, I was not competing. And that was actually my personal preferred method, because when I went to the Festa, in my mind, like Pip was saying, and SkojSkull was saying, it's about meeting the community. It was a giant community event. It was the first time it was being done on the East Coast like that for people like us, that I could literally take a 4-hour drive and I was there. So in my mind, I imagine the Festa just being this giant place where people who love Monster Hunter, there's celebration for the love of everything that is Monster Hunter in one spot. And not only did that deliver, but that exceeded my mental expectation of what the event would be. You know how you always size everything up before you go, especially if you're excited for it. And honestly, really gave me such a good outlook. And I want to say, allowed me to dream bigger, so to speak. Because like I always said, like I wanted to do things in the Monster Hunter community for and with the Monster Hunter community in big ways. But then after seeing what Capcom can even do for their own community members and show love to their people who have that passion for the game, I'm like, well, damn, if I feel this passion about the game and the developers clearly love the game this much that they're doing things like this and pulling people from the community to commentate and things like that, the sky's the limit. You just gotta put yourself out there and get it, you know? So I was very, very, very happy with the way the Festa ran.
This was the most fun I've ever had in a while. Like, honestly, I never enjoyed myself as much as I have that night. I still miss it. Like, I still see pictures and I'm just like, bro, I wish I could just go back to that night or spend like one extra day there, because that was fucking fantastic. I absolutely loved everyone there. And like there were bigger content creators and everything that I never thought I would get the chance to meet and talk to.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm literally sitting next to two of them. So
Thank you. That's kind of you.
Yeah,
But,
that was my biggest mind-blowing thing was like I was like, holy shit. Like you and me talked about this for a while, Skull, and I was just like, this needs to happen. Like I need to be here. I mean, as the three of us know, Monster Hunter is a very big game, both in our community, in our content creation. Not only that, but it was absolutely massive for me because Monster Hunter. I mean, I'm going back to Monster Hunter 1, and I skipped a generation because I didn't have a DS. Thanks, mom. But freaking to be in a room with so many people that share such a. I mean, Monster Hunter was my first online game and the biggest franchise that I've ever like delved into. So to be in a room with so many people that were as passionate, because all my friends were like, "What the hell are you dude? Come play Halo, come play Modern Warfare, come play this and that." And I'm like, "But there's a big ass dragon over there that I can hit in the face with a giant sword. Why would I do anything else in my life?" And then like when we were waiting outside, which let's not even we'll touch
so
on that in a moment. But
bruh.
waiting outside, and then Skull, well, first Mother Coconuts walks past me, and I'm like, I think that's him, but that's not his beard, so I don't know. Like, well, he might have shaved, but I'm gonna wait for Skull to walk up to confirm. And then Skull walked up, and I was like, holy shit, this is my crew. Let's go.
It's happening.
Yep.
But yeah, Mogo and I were talking right before you got on, Skull, about like post convention like drop, like depression. I was like, because I do conventions like this, like TwitchCon, some of my performing arts conventions every year, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna get post convention depression. I'm not gonna get post convention depression. Get home, I looked at my phone, and everybody's like, like post convention, everybody's following you on Twitter and Twitch and whatnot, and I'm just like, oh, I don't get to like go have brunch with these people tomorrow.
Yeah, man. It was nice. It was convenient having everyone at arm's length to just be like, "Hey guys, let's go hang out over here, or let's go get brunch here," and just show up. And it's nice because everyone wanted to do it.
Yeah.
So
I think one of the coolest things, like as Skull was saying, like, I wish I could have just spent one more day like here. I think the Festa being one day, and then PAX kind of being an afterthought for the three of us was really nice.
Definitely was to me.
I was, yeah.
You saw me going.
Bro, I was like I was sitting up like at the bench, like we were both, like you and I were both just sitting there. Just,
Yeah,
like,
we posted up at the bench. We're like, "Hey, we're at PAX. But we just came from the Festa, dude." Like that was us. That was us. Like, I bought all this shit, bro, and then like I was like, "All right, I'm leaving."
Legit, all I bought were these Monster Hunter pins from PAX. That's
Dude,
all I did.
I got that and some gifts for other people. That's it. I was like, "Yo, I'm done."
Yeah, I walked up to Moko, and he was just like, yeah, bro, I just got money to burn, so like we're just gonna walk around and find shit. And I told him, I was like, well, one of the kilt companies I usually buy from's here, so I'm probably gonna scoop up a kilt and then dip out. And I was like, I got there and I was like, where are the things that we would buy? And then there was one booth that actually was selling Monster Hunter merch, and I'm like, y'all up like royally. And the one booth that we actually went to, which was the one that had the pins, was like sold out of everything. I'm like, they clearly didn't check their schedule as to like.
They didn't have my main. I was like, I'll buy one of everything, and then I'm looking at all of them. I was like, where's my great sword?
They didn't have the great sword, the heavy bowgun, or the charge blade, and I'm like,
those are all packed together.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's gonna get sold out. That's no wonder it got sold out instantly.
It was 4 series. 2 of them had 4 each, and then the other 2 had 3 each. So I got the 2 that had 3 each, and one of the 4, but that 4 wasn't like the main one. Wow.
I mean, I got my hunting horn, so I'm happy.
I got mostly everything. I just got to find that other set of 4.
I got my insect glaive.
Hey, there you go.
Dude.
Yeah.
Imagine getting your main as a pin.
Bro, it's great.
Wow.
I got both of my Iceborne mains because I'm light bowgun, hunting horn now. A heavy bowgun, I'm just like, you're ruined. Go away. Because scope spread is just not fun. I do not know how Fumetto does it.
It hurts his eyes.
I was watching Omnito was live yesterday, and he was playing Scope Spread, and I'm like, I can't even watch this, bro.
Am I following Omnitoad? I don't think I'm following Omnitoad.
So I think we all royally agree that for a first time experience, and then like you guys can see the footage from the speedrun event on stream, and we'll be able to watch it on recording. But like, it's just the production value of the whole thing, I think, really sold the hype, and the casters were absolutely, shout out to my boy Harney. The casters were absolutely fucking amazing, bringing the hype. I've never imagined I'd be in a room full of people roaring over a Namiel getting KO'd.
Honestly, dude, that was fantastic. The hype, like, I mean, like, for all of us that play Monster Hunter and everything, we all understand like how like huge that is when we would knock over Namiel or anything like an elder.
Yeah, any kind of elder dragon.
When you put everybody in a room that loves the game that much, they knew how much of a big deal that was. They knew how much every KO, every wall bang, every passing, every vibe check meant. Yo, straight up, shout out to Herney, Chris, and Rachel Seltzer. They did fantastic casting the event. And again, Pogs to Capcom for stating, yo, we don't have like someone to commentate the event, like hitting up like Yuri, like thank you Yuri for like saying, yo, is there or do we have community members, like people that play the game that will want to commentate? Like that's how Chris and Herney like came into the picture, and that was absolutely god tier big brain move, because what better person to spectate and commentate on an event based on Monster Hunter than two of some of the most prominent, and we're in there for the community casters.
Yeah.
They know the game very well, like the back of their hand. They can see anything happen, like, oh, yeah, this happened. And now when you're able to speak to something on that level so quickly without really thinking, because it's that close to your field of work or your line of work that you do, or even your hobby, then you can start getting into personalities and how you cast these things happening. And that's where, like, for example, just a small examples where Herney came out with like the word vibe check for the Namiel ult while he was live, because he was so comfortable with the game that he could spend time and think about these things that made it a little more personable. So now that's his style of speaking. And that was his first event commentating like that live. That was his personality and his style coming out while he was like discovering himself. Like you could see it in the way he's speaking from beginning to end of the show, where like he was very upright, like I'm a commentator kind of beginning, and then throughout the end of the show, like post all the couple of technical issues that they had and everything, like on the fly thinking, and that was a real good experience for them all. And you can tell how much more relaxed they were by the end of the cast. I have to commend that, because being a sort of educator in my job as well, and not only trying to educate many viewers as the stream goes on as well, I know how difficult it is and how important it is to be able to adapt to your situation as you're doing your thing. And for example, on their end,
it's funny you mentioned that, as said technical difficulties came up in the in the rebroadcast I have above us. They just panned over to the monitors. Wow. So
oh shit,
you're like big brain over here.
There were a few complications during the stream and everything, but all in all, like there was a lot of people in chat that were just like, yeah, there were a few complications, but the commentary was fantastic, like everything was great, and I'm just like, it was great. It was fantastic. I absolutely loved it. Yeah, Herney and TDS Chris, they both did a fantastic job. I just want to say that.
Yeah, and actually shout out to the tech crew as well, because like I was mostly watching the stage during the finals, and like we were actually sitting right where they're competing. We were all just chilling right there in that corner with a big ass monitor in front of us too. But I was so laser focused on the casters, and I mean I could see the monitors from my end there. I wasn't even really paying attention to like the screen half the time, because there was so much energy on stage that I was like, wait, there's technical oh shit, there is. Okay. And like that, the second I noticed it was happening, they switched over to just doing a cam over the shoulder. So I was just like, wow, they're on top of this.
That's huge props to the casters too, because they didn't even mention it. They just kept going with it. I think they did notice it, but I don't think they even mentioned that.
That's the most important thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Literally the most important thing. It's professionalism at its finest.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if they started ripping into that, I'm pretty sure that would have taken our energy level and just went straight down. Oh man, so like, and I think one of the craziest things about the whole experience for me is that, I mean, the Monster Hunter community is very, very, very tight knit for sure. Like, we all know each
Yes.
other, we all hang out in each other's streams, we all follow each
Yes.
other's social medias, watch each other's YouTubes. We know each other. If any
Mhm.
if anybody even exists in the Monster Hunter hemisphere, no matter how big or small, we all know each other. And that's so completely different from any other gaming community that I've ever been a part of. Bigger than, like, so much bigger than the Magic community, the Hearthstone community, the Call of Duty. Like, it's so bizarre to me to even be sitting next to you guys right now, being like, "Yo, let's do a podcast," and y'all are just like, "Let's do it, let's go on it."
We're all here to help each other out. Like, since I've started getting involved in this community, like I was in the same place as you were, Darty. Like we, sorry, we're all here to see each other succeed, and for those that we know that are here to stick around and everything, we want to support them. We want to support everyone that like comes by, even just for a little while. Like the community, even as well. Like they're here to to help out new players, to help out the players that have been here that want to try out a new weapon. We're just all here to help support each other, help each other out, and help each other succeed in the game and in streaming. So we're just all here to help each other out, man.
The biggest point here is especially with the Festa solidifying how all walks of life can come together and coexist, so to speak, in a space. It can also happen online, which is a beautiful thing. Two big sayings to take away from this kind of cohabitation, and it was just wonderful to see, is like, what you permit is what you promote. So if live we can all hang out and have a fantastic time like we did, deep down that's what we all want, no matter what's said online or what's said when you leave the festa. The proof is literally in the hundreds of people that were there together, and the way we go about it is just keeping that in our mind, keeping that in our hearts, where we would continue together. Because at the end of the day, the second saying would be this: if one of us succeeds, technically we all succeed. And that is truest in the Monster Hunter community, where in other gaming communities you see someone gain success or take it to the next level, so to speak. It's not as celebrated widely, other than just directly with the content creator and possibly a few of the viewers that come in to the stream constantly. But you really don't see other content creators thanking each other, congratulating each other the way that we do in the Monster Hunter community. Take the time, and even if, albeit a little bit at the time, to know each other, because at the end of the day, Pip, Skoy, you're two human beings. You guys bust your ass doing your own thing on social media, and you still find the time to do things like this and to jump into each other's streams. And like Pip stated, even if it's for a few minutes, or Skoy stated, even if it's just for a few minutes at a time, guys, literally there is a human being watching you,
Yeah.
giving their time to you. You, as content creators, that needs to be realized and sometimes recognized more often than not, because it's very easy to just go by a regular day. Like, it's up to you. Every morning you wake up, you control how you want your day to go. So it's up to you to recognize the things in your life that other people do, that do mean a lot, that may be being done on a daily basis even. But it's, as a viewer myself, it's nice to hear when someone's like, hey man, I've noticed you've been jumping in here a while, and I know you're extremely busy, but the fact that you even choose to spend your free time here is astronomical.
Time is so fucking valuable, man. Time is
Once you start
so
thinking about it
valuable.
like that, like Skoy is saying, it puts everything into perspective. Like whether you stream to 5 people, 0 people, 10 people, 20 people, 150 people, every minute that goes by is a minute times that many people.
Yeah.
And that adds up.
People sometimes chill the entire stream, and like I'm
You're
like
just like,
4
how?
hours in, I'm just like, you're still here. That means so much. Like at the end, I always like say how much appreciative I am, because just like that is incredible. I oh my gosh, it
It's
still
one of the
blows my
coolest
mind.
things that we get to experience as content creators.
Exactly.
Like we're all human beings that just hit a button and say, hey, we're here. we have a space for activities to happen.
Yeah.
And it's up to each individual to join that space and be a part of it, grow it, cultivate it. It's one of the most realistic experiences out there on social media, I feel.
Yeah,
that's why I enjoy Twitch so much.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the things that my grandfather always said, like even right up to before he passed, was time is the most valuable thing you have, because you don't get more of it and you only lose it. So if anybody gives you their time, take it like gold.
Mm-hmm.
And it's I mean, you're 100% correct. Like whether it's 5, 50, 150 people, it's crazy to see that people actually, it's kind of weird to say. It's crazy to think that like X amount of people, sometimes even daily, want to come to their computer, sit down, and just spend time with you and the other people. So it's nuts. But to kind of touch back on like the whole like starstruck thing of like me meeting you guys and having everybody be as chill as we are online. And so as you guys know, well, some of you may know, I had just been dipping my toes in the Monster Hunter speedrunning. I did 2 charity events of me speedrunning the campaign, and the entire reason why had been for me watching Commander Shepard on YouTube. And I was just like, wait, he's here? Okay, this is awesome. I don't stand a chance in this competition now, but this is awesome. And then literally like an hour later, I'm standing right in front of him and we're just shooting the shit like we've been friends for like a bajillion years, because I comment on his YouTube videos all the time. And then next thing you know, Moko and I are out at a freaking Brazilian steakhouse eating with him. I was like, this is so weird, but so cool.
Say
yeah, grab a drink with him. It was great.
Nice.
Good conversation. I love talking to the guy. So it's awesome.
Oh man. So speaking of speedrunning, you kind of already touched on this a bit, Moko, but like you were saying, all walks of Monster Hunter life had kind of come into this together, and didn't really, there wasn't really, I mean, there seemed to have been tension after the fact from a few comments made, but we're not really going to get into that whole negativity. But there was a really weird thing that happened where it was like speedrunners and casual hunters and people that are just dead ass passionate about the game. And we had cosplayers, we had digital artists, physical artists, everybody that just loves Monster Hunter, no matter how they love Monster Hunter, all getting along.
Yep.
I mean, of course, like for me, I was like, oh shit, I didn't get a ticket, so I gotta find a partner to speed run with. And I'm like, damn, now I gotta find somebody and practice and do this and that. Shout out to Shayfire for putting up with me being super freaking cringe levels of aggro while trying to practice double hammer for like eons, only for us to be nowhere near the record time. But I mean, I found somebody that I could casually do this with, but also be kind of serious with, because while I knew for a fact I wasn't making top 4, maybe would have made a top 8 had I had more time to practice, I was really stressed about things. Like, I don't want to make an ass out of myself in front of all of these other speedrunners. And the dudes behind me that were in our heat literally got one of the best times outside of the top 4. And when they finished their run, they literally turned around, watched our run. It was still like 3 minutes from being, anywhere as close to being done. And as soon as we stood up, they were like, double slide hammer? Hey, that's old school strats. We like that. Yeah, good shit. And I'm like, bro, that was almost 8 minutes. The hell are you talking about? They were like, so? You did it your way. Made it happen. I was like, all right.
It's good to see.
In the end, it's all about having fun with the game you play.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
In the end,
100%.
we do have to remember that we are playing a video game pretending to be superhumans beating up dragons.
Are we humans? Has that been clarified?
Superhumans.
Yeah. So basically,
my
Master
human
Chief
face
going
alpha,
to a hunt.
my real head's buried back there, the Wiggler. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a layered armor.
Oh my
This is
god.
layered armor. Your
That was
skin is
that was the
layered.
funniest freaking thing. So if you guys want to see somebody that is just royally being grilled to high hell, try to find a video of Mother Coconuts being interrogated at the club trying to get in with a Wiggler head.
Bro. So I had the Wiggler head back there in my backpack, my regular backpack, and I'm trying to walk in with everybody. And yo, the security, they looked at the Wiggler head and they're like,
They were eyeballing you
Yo,
like crazy. The
what is that,
styrofoam,
bro? I'm like, and he grabs my Wiggler neck, and this dude, literally, my poor Wiggler, he's like, he has it in front of him. He's like, what is this? What is this? Styrofoam?
I have
Plastic? Why do you put this on? What does it do? And I'm like, bruh, it's like a little cosplay item. You can't put your head in it because, you know, it doesn't do that. It sits on top of your head with another thing. And I'm like, bruh, it has to stay in the backpack. I'm a content creator. This is my life. If I have to get rid of this, I'm nothing without this. It's like, this is my stand. Let it be. So the dude's like, nah, man, backpack's got to get checked in. I was like, motherfucker, I got a loophole. They just gave me a clear bag from Monster Hunter Fest, and I'm like, took everything out of there. I was like, cool, Monster Hunter sucks. And then I just put the Wiggler in there, and then
nope.
it was the world's best idea. It was my favorite thing in the world that I had that little guy hanging out of my backpack to like.
Yeah, we got a
be
lot
a
of
point
photos.
Of contact for everyone. Yeah,
we got a lot
Shout
of photos
out to
with random
people for
people.
giving that to me too. Especially that was one of the coolest gifts I've gotten from.
But yeah, my
from
man,
a content creator.
My man looked so violated having his Wiggler manhandle.
I was like,
I was behind
get
you
away
too.
from me.
I was just like, no, they better not take this away from this man. It's just
Going past me, everyone past me, and I'm just sitting there, half of an empty shell of a man, going like, "Am I going to lose my Wiggler? Like this is not how life goes. This is not okay."
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, we were in a kind of like we were in like a rented out nightclub that had another esports event going on beneath us. So there was like stairs to go up and down, and then security was like right in the middle checking everybody. And I like stood at the top of the steps because I'm like, I'm not just gonna leave him. Everybody else went up. Everybody was like, fuck you, Mogo, I'm going in. I'm getting checked in. And I stood there looking at him, and he just progressively started getting more and more forlorn in the face. Like, no, please don't take my Wiggler.
what was scary was trying to get Brian in there.
Oh my god,
that was scary. I don't think you were there for that. It was like he was at the door, or he was outside the gate to be like ahead of the entire line. I was just like, yeah, just go in front of the line, just like we'll bring you in and everything because we had a +1. And the security was like eyeballing me and like everyone that was trying to like bring him in. They're like, yeah, just we have a +1. It's okay, we're bringing him. He's like, sure. And then we brought him in, and Jitsu came in with like 2 other people. I'm like, wait.
Yeah, I was like, damn, how many +1s you got? And we're like, no, we're just with that guy over there.
Yeah, we're just with that guy. And then the other 2, like, they didn't know what to say. And we're just like, it was scary. We managed to get him in, but it was like, that was stressful. Like this, I was scared security. Yeah, I was like, oh damn.
Rip.
Oh gosh.
Big tip for anybody when Festa comes around again, even if you don't have one right off the bat, sign up for a +1.
Yeah.
He was my +1, and I was just like, I didn't even know he was here.
Yeah, well, he was calling me. I was just like, Dad, just walk in.
Yeah, just walk in, bro. It's okay. You know us.
It was crazy.
Oh man,
we got it though.
So it's gonna be a tough one for I think all of us to answer. But if you were to pick one singular personal moment you had, like one internal thought you had while at Festa, what would be your kind of like just oh shit, like this is real moments at Festa?
Sitting in Coco's lap.
It's the best.
Dude, he had the chillest lap.
supporting
No.
people no matter where they are in the world.
The chairs were super massive for those of you that don't know, so we could basically fit like 2 or 3 people in a chair at a time.
Yeah,
So
that was
it was
nutty.
just our little corner, like we commandeered the entire like front right corner of the stage, and it was just a
We
giant
did.
cuddle puddle of people.
I felt like that moment right there when we're all just like kind of just sitting there together. That was the realest moment for me because it was just like usually sit in my chair. I'm usually like in call with you, like you, Coco, or just in everyone's streams and everything, talking with everyone, or doing a multi with everyone. Like just being there in our true selves, just sitting there kind of chilling with everyone. I almost cried. I was the most special moment I've ever had in that festa was just like sitting there with everyone and just hanging out.
And to think I had to almost convince you to come.
I couldn't afford. That was like when the trip back there and back, like and food and everything. That was $200. That was a lot of money.
Bro, I told you like 10 times. I was like, if you need help getting there, bro, I know I already offered to like get you the ticket, but like
Thank you.
I'm getting you there.
That meant a lot, honestly. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gone because that would have added almost another $100 to like everything. So, thank you, you
Hey.
and Dark Leifan. You guys both like helped out tremendously.
I said, you know what? Because for those of you that don't know, Skull and I had been trying to chill for like the year we've known each other on Twitch,
Hmm.
and every single time has just been like missing schedules by like a short curly one. And I'm just like, no, this ain't happening this time, especially since it's Monster Hunter. Not happening. Getting this man there. Twitch, make it happen.
That meant a lot.
And you don't got me to thank for that. You can thank these crazy people that are watching me at 10 o'clock in the morning on Twitch. They made it happen. I said, you know what? Because for me, Twitch is like, I've got a full-time job. So for me, Twitch is a hobby, soon to be career, hopefully, as we all try to make it here.
Right.
But for me, like when that Twitch check comes, I'm like, what things can I do with this that just broaden my experiences with my friends? How do I use this money to better my impact on my friends and social network? And I make it happen.
Very nice. Very well said.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what would you say your kind of aha, like this shit's real moment would be just about the same, Moko, of all of us just kind of chilling?
It in a similar setting where we were all together sitting down, and then when they announced and had the startup of the runs, and you had Chris and Hernie and Seltzer talking, and the first run happened. Seeing everybody cheer after the first wall bang and after the first KO, like experiencing what literally a whole room full of people who love what is on the screen. It's not like you're at PAX or if you're at another event that's mixed games and they're hosting a Monster Hunter tournament there. No, literally everybody in that room came there to experience that. From the first scream that the whole crowd had, that the energy literally filled the room instantaneously. That was my oh shit moment. Like, wow, like this is what support is. This is what you want. This is what you want in a gaming convention for the game you love. It's almost like in the future, it's like our own version of Guardian Con, where like someone came out and said, you know what, I love Destiny this much, I'm gonna have a con dedicated just to Destiny. So everyone that's there loves the game, and when you're surrounded by those people, it means a lot more to you. It's a lot easier for you to talk to people because you already have that super solid foundation of Monster Hunter for Destiny to kind of start a conversation on. That's what happened here. I'm holding a Wiggler, people tapping me on the shoulder, like, oh, very nice Wiggler, man, how you doing? And I was like, oh, great. It was very easy for me to talk to other individuals at the Festa. That whole experience was my whole aha moment, that this needs to keep on happening.
Oh yeah, that was it for me.
That was just a 21 plus event.
Yeah.
Imagine just a normal event.
Yep.
For Monster Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
It'd
I
be
didn't
nuts.
realize it was just 21 plus. I was just like, I got in there. I was like, This is gonna be crazy. This is gonna be great.
An open bar, hello.
That
Big,
was
big props to Capcom for that. And they gave us food. Hello. If you feed me and give me alcohol, we're already friends. Like
We got more than just $20 worth of things.
yeah, that's the other thing. Dude, our
Oh,
swag bag was like $50 worth of merch.
Not just that, open bar and having a place to chill and everything. That was probably way more than like $250 worth of things that we got.
each.
Yeah, each. And not even, that's not like the plus ones too. Like what?
Yeah. Like my friend who got her own ticket showed up like when everything opened to the public and was like, wait, it's an open bar? How the hell are they affording this? And she looked at the napkins and she's like, oh, sponsors. That's how. But even still,
It's Monster Hunter, man. They got us. They got us.
that was it for me. Because like to double back real quick, when like the crowd started roaring, I literally turned around because I was sitting like basically between your legs, Moko, when we were all chilling on the chair. I turned around and I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Yo.
That was it for me. Like seeing so much passion for a game that for me was like absolutely obscure to all of my friends, sans like 2 of them. Big shout out to my boy Chris if he ever sees this. He's the one that like kept me in Monster Hunter through the PSP era because we all picked it up and started playing together. But like turning around, I'm just like, yo, every single person here, because like I screamed and Skoya turns around and goes, damn you loud. And I'm like, are you seeing this? You see what's happening right in front of us right now. This isn't some crazy event in Japan where all the people that are good at this game are at. This is in the US, on the East Coast, in Boston of all places.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Oh man. So, we got a little bit of time left, so I'm gonna field a couple of pocket questions that I had laying around. What would you really want to see more of, or what would you want to see different at Festa next time?
I'd
let
like
you
the
have this one.
qualifiers to be streamed.
Yes.
I would like the qualifiers to be seen. That was a lot more content. That was a lot of interesting strats that happened during the qualifiers. That would have been nice
feel like-
to show everybody.
That'd be really awesome. I feel like it'll be a little bit difficult too because there were so many qualifiers. There were a lot of them to be able to share all the screens. But even if like, yeah, that'd be really nice to see too.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be a little bit on the technical side, but as the technical team proved, they can kind of handle that.
In
for
one
sure.
day too.
Yeah.
That was a 1 day setup and 1 day takedown. They did not have time to do mic checks or anything. There was not a lot of time to do anything because there was an event before us and there's an event after us. That's when the nightclub opened up. So we had from literally 4 o'clock to 11 to do what we had to do.
Yeah, I think that was the craziest. When you told me that there was another event before us that day, I was like, what the shit?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They did a fantastic job though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Working under pressure. man.
They played the Basil music so many times. I got PTSD, dude.
And everybody looked at me because I had Philip and Frank just chilling on my shoulders, and people were like, "It's here." Between that and people looking up at the rafters, like, "Where is he?" That was hilarious. I'm glad Capcom acknowledges its own memes.
Oh my gosh, they did. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was great.
Well, that was the thing. Like I was kind of looking around at everybody reacting to the Basil Goose music, and I was just like, wait a minute. This is like the 3rd time that's happened. Let me look for a staff member next time it comes on. And every time it came on, a staff member was like, and I was like,
bro,
you guys.
this happened even in the game. Like when Iceborne came out, the whole Dodogama quest.
Yeah.
Bruh, that was like super like that was, I think that was one of the moments where I was just like,
All the
wow,
love for my boy Philip.
they like listened
And my
to
other
like
Philip over there.
everything. It was crazy because it's just like it's like everyone's calling the Dodogama cute or something like that. It's like, what is this? And I was taken aback because I was like, are they listening to us? This is crazy.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
break the fourth wall.
Yeah, they did. I was just like, damn, they have a meme right in front of us.
They didn't break the fourth wall. They ripped it down and was like, "Yo, bitch, we heard you."
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Honestly, that with how connected they are to the community, it makes me so happy. Honestly,
Absolutely.
it makes me feel that much part of it, and it's amazing. Honestly,
It was a shame that devs couldn't be there, but all things considered, understandable.
TwitchCon for what was it? That they got canceled.
Yeah, TwitchCon Amsterdam got canceled for the same reasons. It's just unfortunate, but I mean, things happen.
Health reasons.
Yeah, gotta keep all of us hunters safe.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be spreading the frenzy virus around, you know.
Nah, dude.
This shit ain't cool. Oh man, I find it funny that we all kind of thought the same thing as far as like what we would want to see next time at Festa. I would find it really interesting to just kind of put a different perspective on it. Not only for the qualifiers to be streamed, but because there was only a top 4. I would like there to be a top 8 and to have that level of intensity for more rounds. Because for it to be 4 rounds was like, okay, it was like a nice slow build. That was the other crazy thing I'll touch on in a sec. But to have that level of intensity for 5 minutes at a clip, because it's the player introduction and then the run itself, but for more rounds, because that would have been, I feel like that would have made the finals, like the actual announcing of who won and showing of the times and everything. By the way, Capcom, face your competitors away from the audience if you don't want people to see the times, because I was literally zooming in with my phone. I'll admit, everybody did it. We were all zooming in with our freaking phones to read the times on the competitor screens that were facing us. If you want to keep it a secret, keep it a secret. But like the nuttiest thing I think about it all was seeing how much hard work got put into an event that only lasted a day. Imagine a 2-day Festa.
Yep.
That'd be amazing. I think I would love an event that included everyone, not just people 21 and up. I feel like that would also be what I would want. Because as much as I loved it, and it was absolutely incredible, I think I would love an event where like anyone can join in, and there's like shops everywhere, and like everyone's just chilling, hanging out, and everything. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Monster Hunter Con, let's make it happen.
Yeah.
I feel like we have the resources for sure.
We do.
FiverCon, man, make it happen. Wait, we probably shouldn't call it FiverCon. Something else. But that was the other thing. I brought like mad bank to blow on merch. There wasn't shit there for me to buy.
I was like, take my money, please. And then I was like, there's no merch, bro. But there's an open bar. I was like, I guess I'll put this away for later. Give me Tom Collins. I was like, all right. Well, damn, Monster Hunter, I came here full, ready, and well to pay you mad monies, and y'all are like, nah, here,
I'm like,
have a drink.
bruh,
I was like,
I'm
all right.
saving money right now, but I would, yeah.
That shit had me dying. I was like, what? No.
Yeah, I was like, no,
merch?
please, Capcom, take all of my money. Because I was like, yo, the more money that I blow on this event, the more Capcom's going to be like, hey, this is profitable for us to do on the East Coast. This is profitable for us to do more frequently. Let's do this more frequently. And then I get there and they're like, no, you have all the stuff. We got your $20. I'm like, no, put an extra digit on there at least. Come on.
Here's free stuff. Like, do you want money?
Don't get me wrong, Capcom. We all like free shit. I'm not saying to skimp on the merch next year for both competitors and attendees alike. Oh man. So we're hitting about the 45-minute hour-ish mark that I've set aside for this event. You guys have other things that you need to be getting going to, so I will open the floor to let you guys plug your shit and chill a little bit. So chill away, gentlemen.
Go ahead, Skoy.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is SkojSkull. I'm a PC, PS4, Monster Hunter streamer. Do a little variety here and there as well. All I'm here to do is I'm here to have a great time with you. And that's my main goal, is to be able to play with as many people as possible. So if you want to join in the streams and everything, I'll be I live stream a lot on twitch.tv/SkojSkull, SKOJ Skull. And I'm on Twitter, Instagram, and we make a lot of YouTube content related to anime Monster Hunter builds, which is a lot of fun.
And you, good sir?
What's going on, Wiggly Nation? Mother Coconuts here, Monster Hunter World's 14-weapon healer main with the heals for yo feels, potions for yo emotions, and tissues for yo issues. It's an absolute pleasure to be here on this podcast with you guys. Thank you very much for having me here. I play PS4 and PC, and like I stated earlier, I play all 14 weapons with max, wide range, speed eating, and free meal. After that, we start stacking in the DPS. I hope to see you guys out there. I'm on all social media platforms, and by all means, please support these other gentlemen that I'm here on with as well. It has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much, Wiggly Nation.
Thank you so much, Pip Darty.
Oh, hell yeah. And real quick, you guys know who I am, but Mr. Pip Darty here. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all that happy horse shit at Mr. Pip Darty. You're regular residential New Jersey badass and degenerate. And my goal here is to just bring crazy ass amazing content creators together. And I think we've definitely accomplished that today. Please, by all means, I'm going to link everybody that's been a part of this podcast down below. Be sure to give everybody a follow. And I'll see you on Twitch. Catch you later.
Later, everybody.
Love.